Hello friends. It has been several days since a very unpleasant event occurred for me, a successful attack on my Telegram account. During all this time, I have been constantly thinking and analyzing the events and want to share my thoughts with you on this matter. I will also talk about what happened to my channels and groups on Telegram, the old ones, the ones I managed before the hack. Instead of the usual call to like this video and subscribe to my channel, though of course, I would be very grateful if you did that, I want to ask you to subscribe to my new channels and groups about smart homes, which I created after the hack. Subscribers are the most valuable thing, and I will be glad to see you on my updated platforms. So, what happened on the night of April 25th to 26th, 2025? As the saying goes, nothing foreshadowed trouble. My actions on the 25th, before the hack, were no different from everything I had been doing in the previous days. A content plan had been prepared for the Telegram channels, and I was working on selecting interesting topics for posts for the next day. At some point, I briefly put my phone aside, and when I picked it up again, I didn't immediately understand what had happened. Telegram had switched to my additional account, and all the messages I had previously sent from the main account were now shown as sent from a deleted account. At that moment, I experienced some of the worst feelings, I must honestly admit. My worst fears were confirmed. Loss of control over all my resources, channels, and groups. Everywhere it showed that the owner was a deleted account. Over the few days since this event, I have, of course, thought a lot about what happened. The most common methods for such a hack are either SIM card swapping or phishing, when the user clicks a link and, essentially, voluntarily gives away their data. In my case, SIM card swapping is highly unlikely, as it is a contract and requires either my personal presence with documents or a rather complex authorization method. No signs of a SIM swap were detected. As for links, of course I don't click on anything, don't vote for anyone, and the bots I use in my work have all been verified over the years. No airdrops, casinos, nothing like that. I have no interest in those things. The most likely cause, in my opinion, is some vulnerability in Telegram itself. I always try to secure all my accounts as much as possible, including with the use of two-factor authentication. I have more than a dozen accounts in the Authenticator app, including Nabukasa, the Home Assistant cloud. But in this case, I'm not entirely sure that it was active for this account. The account was created a very long time ago, and perhaps this feature didn't exist back then, and I rarely check the settings. From what I can recommend for maximum security of your account, complete the identification procedure with your mobile operator if you are using a prepaid plan. Check whether it's possible to forbid or significantly complicate the issuance of an additional SIM card or eSIM via an online request. Ideally, it should only be possible in person and with documents. Check whether you have a cloud password set for Telegram and look for any suspicious active sessions. And of course, do not click on suspicious links or open strange attachments. Unfortunately, as a result of this attack, I lost control over my Telegram channels. On the main channel, at the time of the hack, there were more than 23,500 subscribers, though as of the time this video was recorded, almost all of them are still there. The Ukrainian Mirror channel had almost 2,000 subscribers, and almost 1,000 subscribers were on the catalog channel of my videos. At the moment, I do not control these channels. On the main channel, the attackers periodically post strange messages on my behalf, urging users to visit some bot to get a new channel address or asking them to report other bots. I have nothing to do with these messages. Messages published before April 26th, as of the date of this video, are still mine. I use them as an archive to transfer content to my new channel. I won't encourage you to use them in that role, since I don't know what might happen to them. At the very least, check links carefully. But it's better, unsubscribe and switch to my new channel via the link in the video description. Groups. The main forum group, at the time of the hack, had more than 8,000 participants and suffered the most. All discussion threads were deleted, and that is a big loss. Sending messages in the group was disabled to prevent the possibility of spreading information about the hack. Sending messages was also disabled in the Home Assistant group. which had nearly 1,500 participants, obviously for the same reason. There are also several smaller groups, in some of which I managed to publish a link to my first video about the account hack. But in my main resources, there was no such opportunity. There is no point in staying in those groups. Use the link in the description to switch to the newly created group for the forum. Since I have little hope of regaining access, I have created several new resources, the links to which you will find in the description under this video. This is the main channel, and at the time of recording this video, more than 1,700 people have already joined it. I am actively transferring useful content to it now. A Ukrainian mirror of the channel was also created, which already has almost 600 people. Most posts here correspond to the main channel, but local news, offers, and auctions will also be published. And the third channel is a reference resource where I plan to post the entire history of my YouTube videos to make it easier to find the desired review or tutorial. It currently has just over 200 subscribers. You can access it via the link in the description. And of course, I created a new group again, a forum for discussing smart home topics, with many topics on different subjects, so it will be convenient to find the necessary information, ask questions, and share experiences. I invite everyone to share links to my resources, because subscribers are the most important thing. With a community, there will be content. Unfortunately, since I no longer have access to my old resources, YouTube is the only way to communicate with the maximum number of my subscribers. If you are interested in the topic of smart homes and my work in this area, I ask you to support me and subscribe to the newly created channels. If possible, spread the word about them among like-minded people and smart home enthusiasts. Together we can easily recreate what was lost and make everything much better. And thanks to your likes, YouTube's algorithms will distribute this video as widely as possible. Thank you all for your attention. I hope to see you on my Telegram channels.